בשם השם נעשה ונעשייה, וכמובן אנחנו ספר שערי קדושה, חלק ב' שער ב'. אנחנו בתוכחות, words of rebuke. It's going to explain to us בתוכחות הנמצאות בדברי רבנו ז"ל. The word of rebuke that's found in the words of our chachamim. I'm going to bring from different sources some of the things that it's good to know, word of rebuke. ואלוהן, these are the ones he wants to mention. לעולם יהיה אדם ירא שמיים בסתר כבגלוי. A person should always fear Hashem privately, just like openly. You know, like the way he behaves in public, also when he's alone. In home, nobody is around, he has to act the same way, has the same fear of Hashem, ירא שמיים. ואשרי מי שישים כל דבריו וכל דרכיו לשמיים. Happy is a person who sets all his words and all his ways for the sake of heaven. All of his, everything that he says, everything that he does is לשם שמיים. לעולם יהיו עיניך וליבך אצל בוראך. Always should your eyes and your heart be directed toward your Creator. כדי שתנצל מכל מיני חטא ועוון. So you will be saved from all kind of sins. לעולם יהא פחד יוצרך עליך. Always should be the fear and the awe of the person that formed you, your Creator, on you. ואימתו, his awe על ליבך, on your heart. ובראשך, your head. ונגד עיניך, in front of your eyes. ואל תסירם מעיניך אפילו רגע אחד, and do not remove them from your eyes even for the split second. Always, all the time, we have to know that Hashem is watching us. Everything that we do, everything that we says is recorded, it's counted. לעולם אל יליזו מעיניך יום המיתה. Always, never allow to depart from your eyes the end of your life. You have a limited life here. We have to know, wherever we do now, it's going to come to an end. ביום הקבר, the day of the burial, ביום הדין הגדול, and then the judgment. You have to give answers about all you did in your life. כאילו אתה רואה אותו, it has to be so real to you that it's like you see it. You see you're standing in front of the כיסא הכבוד, you're giving דין וחשבון. וכאילו אתה עומד בו, it's like you're standing there. וכאילו אתה נכנס לדין, and as if you are starting to enter to the judgment. כדי שלא יעלו על ליבך דברי הרהורים, so it will not have come upon you, on your heart, the thoughts of chet, of sin. If you know that there's, at the end you have to answer for your action, you watch what you do, or what you say. שכל איבריך מעידים בך. All your limbs going to be a witness and give testimony about you. ועל כורחך אתה עתיד ליתן דין וחשבון. And against your will, you have to, in the future, give דין וחשבון לפני מלך הקדוש ברוך הוא. בכל יום הווה אומר, every day you have to say to yourself, at the end of the day, אוי לי שהלך היום. You have to be sorry, that you lost the day. At the end of the day, you have to say to yourself, אוי לי שהלך היום. It's waste, the whole day is gone. It's not going to come back. You're kind of like one day closer, until you lost basically a day. ולא עשיתי בו צדקה עם תלמוד תורה. תלמיד חכם, שכל יום שהלך אינו חוזר לך. You have to be sorry, that in every day you could have done more tzedakah, you could have learned more. שכל יום שהלך אינו חוזר לך. Because every day that passes, it's not going to come back to you. You lost that day. אמרו בשעה שהאדם נפטר מן העולם. It says that at the time that the person passes from this world, passes on, שואל מלאך המוות, the angel of death asks him, כלום עסקת בתורה גן חסדים, מלאך המוות asks you, did you engage in learning Torah, doing kindness? והמלכת עונך שחרית וערבית. Did you crown your creator morning and afternoon? והמלכת את חברך עליך. Also you give kavod, like you crown your friends. בנחת רוח, with a pleasant spirit. אם יש לו דברים אלו, if it has, it can answer yes, like I did. If a person can really honestly and truly answer yes, יוצא נשמתו בנשיקה. So his neshama are going to come out from his body בנשיקה, it's like a kiss. ואם לאו, it's going to be the opposite. דין שני, second judgment, הוא דין הקבר. This is the judgment of the grave. When a person gets buried on the first day. קשה יום הקבר יותר מדינה של גיהינם. That day, the first day that the person is buried, is harder and harsher than the whole judgment of the Gehinnom. אפילו צדיקים גמורים, even the complete tzaddikim, people who are complete tzaddik, שלא חטאו, that didn't have any sin, didn't have any sin, נידונים בו וכולי. They're going to be judging that. ומה יעשה אדם? What should a person do? וינסה מחיבות הקבר, that he be saved from the torment of the grave. יעסוק בתורה, to learn Torah. אוהב צדקה, love charity. ותוכחות, rebukes. גמילות חסדים, do kindness. יכניס תלמידי חכמים ואורחים לתוך ביתו, to bring guests to his house. תלמידי חכמים, other guests. ומהנה מן נכסיו, and provide delight and allow them, to get, use his belonging. יתפלל תפילתו בכוונה. Also he has to daven his tefillah with the complete kavana. זה מכל הקבר. I think that I mentioned here is סעודה רביעית, right? סעודה רביעית is also another סגולה for a person to be safe from חיבות הקבר. אפילו דלת שגיהינום אינו רואה. If somebody does all these things, even the judgment of the Gehinnom is not going to see. דין שלישי, the third judgment is דינה של גיהינום. The third judgment that a person gets judged at the end of his life, דינה של גיהינום. בשעת הדין שואל הקדוש ברוך הוא. Now here הקדוש ברוך הוא asks a person. עסקת בתורה גמילות חסדים. Did you engage in learning Torah and do kindness? אם יש דברים אלו בו, if he has this thing, and he's done, he learned Torah in his life, did kindness, פוטרים אותו מדינה של גיהינום. He's going to be exempted from the judgment of the גיהינום. אשרי אדם שמשים עצמו, praiseworthy is a person, happy is a person, that put himself like a כשול לעול, like an ox to a yoke, וכחמור למסע, and like a donkey burden, he takes himself, the responsibility that he has. יושב וקורא ושונה בדברי תורה, and he sits and learns and reviews in learning Torah בכל יום תמיד, all day long. וקורא תורה נביאים כתובים, he reads תנ"ך, ושונה הלכות, he reviews laws, מדרשו, other teaching, ירבה בישיבה, he sits and learns. ימעט בסחורה, and he kind of like decrease from his business. מיד רוח הקודש שורה עליו. Immediately רוח הקודש rest upon him. אמר אבא אליהו זכו לטוב. בורדו אליהו מעיד אני עלי שמיים וארץ. I give testimony to you, and my witnesses are Shamayim va'aretz. Benish ben isha, whether a man or a woman, ben goy ben Israel, also a non-Jew and a Jew, ben Eve ben Shifcha, servant, hakol lefi ma'asav shel adam ra'kol shora ala. Everybody can, even the goyim, it says here, can get some kind of Ruach Kodesh. Lefi ma'asav, based on what they do. Hashem shesam kol elu neged panav b'chol et. Praiseworthy is the person that places all this in front of his eyes, in front of his face, b'chol et, in all time. V'yizke lehashlim bahem kol yemei chayav, and merit to perfect himself all his life, ulvalot asmo bahem, and conduct himself according to those, kol yemei chayav, all his life, b'chol ma'asim ha'elu, with all these deeds, ובלבד שישמור עצמו ואיבריו וגופו מכל חטא ועוון. If only he guards himself and all his limbs and all his body from any kind of sin. זוכה לכל הכבוד הצפון לצדיקים. He's going to merit to all the glory that is hidden for the tzaddikim, עד שאין מניין ושיעור ואין כל עין יכולה לראות. To the, there's no limit. Something that cannot even be imagined. בין כל אוזן יכולה לשמוע, no ear can hear it. כבוד המתוקן לצדיקים ולחסידים. The honor that is a portion for the tzadikim וחסידים. וכן הוא אומר, the Rabbi says, מעולם לא שמעו ולא האזינו, nobody has heard, nobody has seen, עין לא ראתה אלוקים זולתך, no eye has seen, what הווי צדיקים יראו עולם הבא, אלוהים זולתך יעשה למחכה לו. This is only Hashem knows that what he wants to do to the people who wait for him. You can start the Sha'ar Gimel, this is a continuation of this, and then we stop in the middle. He said, I'm going to talk about Bishar Kiyum HaTorah Mitzvot. What is the reward of fulfilling Torah Mitzvot? Ulma'an Teda, in order to know, Ta'am Asiyat HaMitzvot, Al Shorsham, the reason that we do Mitzvot, כאשר גיליתי אוזנך בחלק ראשון, that I mentioned a little bit, in the first section, אכתוב לך מה שאמרו בספר התיקונים, I'm going to write for you what is written in the Sefer HaTikunim, in Tikkun Zohar, in Tikkun Yudchet, in Tikkun number 18, in Tikkun Ayin, Tikkun 70, the last Tikkun. Ve'elkot Sharoshav, I will compile his roots, V'asadirenu v'tachliach Gitzur, and organize them for you. Very, very brief summary. I will continue on. Kol Navi v'chol Barnash, every prophet and every ordinary person. Kol Chat Salik le'evel direh, everybody has to bound to ascend to his limbs. The Nishmate Itzil or Itkelil ma'hu ever minehon beresha de malka, that the soul that is in every limbs of our body, this come from the head of the king. It come from up, and the Neshama is come from a high place. Minehon benimin de Sara, there are those that bound to the hair of the head, the Ainin from the eyes, the Udnin from the ears, the Anpin from the face, the Chutma from the nose, the Fuma from the mouth, the Savar in the neck, the Yadayin in hands, the Pomadi Gufa from the whole goof, from the whole body, the Shorin, the thighs, the Yarchin legs, the Raglin feet, the Otberit, the Mocha Beliba, from the head or from the, because neshama come from different parts of the olam atzilut. Olamot that is high. We don't have olam atzilut, but from olamot further down, but from different part of every olam, depend on a person's neshama. It can come from different part of every olam. V'chol ever me'ilen, every limbs, itless sefira yediyah, possesses a certain sefira, minu es sefiran, from the 10 sefirot, v'chol ilen evarim, and all these limbs, inun bidyukna de gufa, they are in the form of a body of a melech, ve'itman de nishmateh mimalbushin de malka. And also there are those that the neshama come from like the clothing of the king. And it is like a lower neshama that doesn't come from the body, but comes from the clothing. V'chol taryak pikudin deoraita, and all the 613 mitzvot of the Torah, inun talyan behane evarin de gufa de malka. They are tied and they have connection to the limbs of the body of the king. It pikudin the talyan bereisha de malka. There are the mitzvot that is connected and tied to the head of the king. Ve'it ba'ainin, there are those that connected to the eyes. Ulchol pikudat de shari al kol ever v'ever, and every mitzvah that dwell upon every limb and limb, it l'shem yediyah, it has a certain name. Ulgo minei ihu shema de havaya. But within all of these is the Shem of Yudke Vavke. Yudke is the name that gives basically chiyut, gives like a life to everything that exists. Yehu nishmata de'ahu ever. It's like a neshama for that limb. V'chulehu evarim itqeriu kinuin lishma de'havaya. And every limb is like a kinu, like a title, like a nickname of the name of Havaya. De'ehu lego mikol ever v'ever, that it is within every limb and the limb. V'chol shem v'kinui lechol ever, and every name and every title and every nickname of every limb, let leshultanu ella be'ahu ever dile. He has only dominion on that ever itself. You need whatever, which every limb of our body has like a neshama that is control only that ever. Aval Qudsha Berichu, but Qudsha Berichu is the name of Yudke Vavke. Shaltane bechol atar. He has dominion. He has like a power to control everything. Kenishmata de shaltanuta al kol ever v'ever. Just like our neshama, that we have one neshama, but the neshama basically controls all limbs of our body. It's not that we have different neshama for our hands or for our legs or for our body. We have one neshama that controls everything. So that's Baruch Hu. V'da'ihu, and this is the meaning of the pasuk that says Melokol haaretz kevodo, that the whole earth is filled with His glory. V'chol pikudin de'aved barnash, and every mitzvah that a person does, shelo al mana lekabel peras, that he doesn't do it for any kind of like an ulterior motive. He doesn't want to get rewarded. He just want to do it Shem Shamayim. Talyan b'diyukna de malka de Atzilut is tied to the form of the king of the Atzilut. Aval pikudin de'avid al menat lekabel peras. But if somebody does a mitzvah to get reward, he doesn't do mitzvah l'shem shamayim. He wants the reward of the mitzvah. Talyan b'diyugna de'ahu de'igren na'al le'ela. It is connected to the form that is called like the little kid, like a lad above. This is like a lower level. Ubechol ever ve'ever de'diyugna de malka, and in every limbs and the limbs is the form of the king. Talyan minei kama malachin, bound to it many malachim, many angels. Deitkeru ene Hashem, ozne Hashem, yede Hashem. That is called like the eyes of Hashem, the ears of Hashem, and the hand of Hashem. V'kuleu talyan nigufa de malka, and all of this basically extend from the body of the king. Nimin the Sa'ara, just like the hair of the hair that we have, the Talia Miresha is attached and comes out of the head. V'chol nima yehu chad malach v'taryek evarim, and every strain of the hair is like one malach, one angel. V'taryek evarim de barnash, and the 613 limbs of a person's body. Kullehu mesudari al size bereshit. All of them are basically in order of the creation. Uvginda igre barnash olam katan. Because of this, a person is called like the small world. Ubechol pikuda de aved barnash. In every mitzvah that a person does, garim leamlacha legutshaberichu alahu eved nishmata de barnash. He basically coronate and make Hashem like a king on that limb. We said that every mitzvah is connected to one limb of the body. When you do that mitzvah, it's that if you give like the sustenance and you give life to that ever. Kefum ahu pikuda, according to that mitzvah that you did. Ubechol ever ve'ever ve'nishmateh, and in every limbs and its soul, de'etkeriu nerot kemo shekatuv, that is called like a flame, like a neshama is like a flame, I don't explain what that means. You have a pasuk that said, "Well, ner Hashem nishmat adam," that the neshama of the person is like the candle of Hashem. Ba avet ahu mitzvah, that it's kind of like perform the mitzvah we did. The achinami itkeriyah ner, that this is also called ner. There are another pasuk in Mishle that say kiner mitzvah. That means there's a connection between the mitzvah and the ner and the flame. By barnash, now what do we do? What do we need this fire, this flame? By barnash, it is necessary for a person leva'ara mikol ever dile, to eradicate and basically get rid of every limb of his body, kol machashavim ve'irurim bishin, all the bad intention and thought, the tinufin, that is impure, the inun kelifin, it's like a husk, it's like a peel, the sharyan bevarnash, that is exists in a person, ul takana atar dachya, and to prepare a very very clean place, menekia, very clean and pure, the Sharia Taman, for the Shekhinah, to Shoreh, to dwell there. The whole ever dehu pagum, because every limb that has blemish, the chova de aved barnash, because of the sins that the person did, no Sharia be gutshaberichu doesn't exist there. But whoever in that limb, kemoshe katuv, is a pasuk in the Chumash. This talks about the Kohen, right? The Kohen that has some kind of blemish in his body cannot bring korbanot. But this is basically the soul of the pasuk is that every person that has a blemish, he cannot approach and come close to Hashem. There is no closeness between Hashem and person that has a mum in his body. And every person that doesn't do one mitzvah and basically pegam to the mitzvah, keilu pasha b'diuna de malka, is that he is basically transgress the form of a king. V'sarich le'okada le'inun kelipin, and he needs to burn this husk, this kalipa, this peel, the sharian tamon, in order for him to dwell there. Ve'anehu pikudin the sharian v'kol ever ve'ever, and all these mitzvot that exist in every limbs and the limbs, ulva'aralon minnahon de'ikirun seor v'chametz, and he gets rid of them, that these are called like the seor v'chametz, be'anehu nerot alayhu, by using the candle that he has, which is his neshama, itemar kiner mitzvah, because the mitzvah is like a ner, it's like a flame, that basically burn all the klipot, all the negative forces, all the husk, all the peel that is there. به another pasuk in Mishle, it says, Ner Hashem nishmat adam, that the candle of Hashem is the neshama of the person. Chofes kol chadre baten, that it searches all the chambers of the person's body. Uchten sharia taman, and in order for it to dwell there and to basically exist there, kutshaberichu the Yehushem Havaya, in order for the Kadosh Baruch Hu to dwell there, this is the Shem of Yud-Keh, v'chinuim dileh, and all the other titles that we mentioned, nitgeru evarim dileh, that is called his limbs, v'chayalim malachim detalyan, and all his malachim, and everything else that exists, me'ahu ever v'natrin le le'ahu ever, to guard that limbs, mikol mar'im bishin, from all the evil forces, v'kelipin dehav sharian tamon, and all the husk, all the impurity, and all the forces that exist there. I think we can do one more section, then we can start. It goes into the details of every mitzvah. We can probably do that. It says, it pikudin the talion, the chule. There are mitzvot that are connected. Every mitzvah connected to one limb of the body. Kol pikudat de ir'a ve'ahava. The mitzvah of the fear and love of Hashem, talion bemocha beliba. It depends and connected to the brain and to the heart. So ir'a ve'ahava, fear of Hashem and love of Hashem, is connected to your brain and to your heart. Kol pikuda de halicha talya beraglin. Every kind of mitzvah that is involved traveling is connected to the legs. Kigon halicha lebei kenishta, just like going to a bet knesset. You walk to go to a shul. So this is like connected, like when you walk to a shul to go to the kenisa, it's like you're using your leg. So this is the mitzvah that connected to your leg. Ule berit milah, or you go to a berit milah. Ule met mitzvah, you go to levaya of the person that passes away. Or lechol halicha de mitzvah, and every other mitzvah that involve walking. You go in somewhere, for a mitzvah. Ve'inun de qaimin ba'amidah. And also there are mitzvot that you do it while you're standing. Where you're standing on your feet. Just like what? Bisrota de amidah b'tzren shorin. Just like we do amidah, we do shemon esrei, that you stand on your leg. So this is basically, it says every mitzvah is connected to one limb of the body, certain limbs. So we learned that so far, that the fear of Hashem and love of Hashem connected to your brain and to your heart, and every mitzvah that is involved walking or going from one place to the other, and every mitzvah that is involved standing up, like when you do Amidah, Shemon Esrei, is connected to the leg. I think we should stop here, and then next week we're going to continue. It goes to all the mitzvahs, connected to each part of every person's body. Amen. Amen.